What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. In this episode, we are doing a
not very good movie.
I don't know what to say about it because
I'm very conflicted here.
We're doing Working Man, another Jason Statham movie that I feel like he is just on a money grab of his life. Grab every bit paycheck that you can, and I don't blame him, but dang, we are stuck with the repercussions of that because for a while there, he was making cool movies, and we liked his movies, and he got some lure out of us. And now all of a sudden, he's just a dad in brown khakis, killing everyone every single movie.
He's like Liam Neeson Jr.
Dude, he is. It's like him and Liam Neeson
all the time.
It's just over and over and over. Like they had one success, and they're just going to repeat that same thing over and over and over. And I don't blame him. I guess I would do the same thing if I wanted to milk my career for as much as I could. But man, it gets old. Let us know what you guys think of the Working Man. A Working Man. What is it? Name?
A Working Man.
A Working Man.
A Working Man.
A Working Man.
That's what it is.
What a title, bro! Like you really thought about this.
He also works construction for approximately 30 seconds in this entire movie.
Yeah, the whole thing
is just like he has a job. Was also the working title of the movie. We get it. Like
this movie is.
He worked kinda, but like this entire title of the movie is called A Working Man.
This movie
because he has a job. Like I don't.
So goofy, but you know what? We decided to finally put our money where our mouth is, and we decided that we're gonna make a tactical short film.
Oh no, you can't tell people about
this.
this.
Yep, I'm telling people right now. We're announcing it right now. Is this recording? It is recording.
Pressure. No pressure.
No pressure. Wait, am I peeking? I think I'm peeking. Hey.
Oh, you're fine.
Hey. Okay. Yeah. We have decided today that we're going to make a tactical short film. We're tired of telling people how they can't do it. We're tired of talking about what you shouldn't do. We're going to give it a shot. And here's the thing. Are we setting out to prove that we know more than anybody? No, we're not. Absolutely not. What we are doing is saying there has to be a reason that people keep doing it wrong. It has to be harder than it looks, and we are gonna set out to find out if that's true. So we are gonna make our own film, and we are gonna make our own tactical film and see if we fail as miserably as some of these Hollywood big budget movies are. And we're gonna do it with no budget, very little budget, close to no budget.
I got about $12.
Yeah, so there you go, $12.
Right now.
We got an Able, and we got a couple Green Berets.
We got an Able.
And we're gonna make our own tactical film, and we're gonna see what you guys think. You had the shotgun there the whole time? This scene is ridiculous, dude. First of all, who hides random shotguns and toolkits around a construction site in the middle of downtown? Yeah. I challenge you to find any construction site that has a shotgun buried in it. Listen, there's tools everywhere that could be used as weapons.
Yeah.
Why would you need to hide a shotgun? Think about all the days that you go to work and nothing happens. So that means that every single day, 300, however many days you go to work, you have random weapons hidden throughout your job sites. And random employees don't steal those weapons. They don't find those weapons and use them against you. Like,
not to mention, these guys don't show up again in the entire movie ever again, ever. Right? So from here forward, it's not a cartel. When I first started watching the movie, I thought it was going to be him against the cartel.
Right.
And it was against Russians. These guys apparently left and said, well, we lost today. They just never came back to look for the guy.
We're just going to let that go.
Nothing ever happened. This was 100% just written to show how cool he is and how he can beat up multiple people at one time.
And then the guy that they were going there to beat up that he defends, he doesn't even ask him who they are. Hey, who are these guys? Why are they coming after you?
You okay?
He just says, get back to work. What?
Get back to work.
You don't want to know who the thugs are that came there with a bunch of weapons and why they didn't just shoot you in the face? I have no idea.
He doesn't want to know.
So you have 10 thugs who
All
show
have
up
guns.
to fight, all have guns, and you have one guy with a shotgun. And out of those however many thugs, 8 of them, not one of them pulls out the gun and just be like, okay, end this guy, and shoots him in the head.
He also miraculously picked the one guy who they were all afraid would get shot and stand down.
And is the boss.
And he knew that immediately. He put a gun to his head and was like, no. He knew they were all going to stand down if I hold this one specific person. Like, how could you possibly know if that's the dude?
Yeah. Guys, I am convinced that ChatGPT is the one who writes the movies for Jason Statham.
You shot a foot to the left, I'll be dead.
I want you dead, you'd be dead. For me, there's no separation between day and night, so I'd rather make my own.
It's hard living in a great world. Couldn't save your lives. Sorry. That eats at me.
No.
I mean, come on. How much did they have to pay just to have David Harbour in?
A lot.
So they,
and good for him.
They essentially just paid David Harbour a ton of money because he's at the absolute pinnacle of his career after Stranger Things, and he's a freaking superhero in
the Marvel movies.
The Marvel movies.
The Incredibles or whatever it is? Is that what it is?
The Incredibles. No, that's the children's version.
I've had a little bit to drink. What's it called?
He's the Russian. He's in the prison as a Russian. He's like a major Russian superhero. He's like Black...
the Black Widow movie is the one movie, but then they just came out with one.
Yeah.
That's like called The Somethings.
Yeah. Okay, it's not great, all right?
What's it called?
Let's
I don't
be
know.
honest. It's not great, but he's still an awesome superhero. Like, he does a good job.
Yeah.
But he's still in the Marvel universe, and he just got off one of his best roles of his entire life as Stranger Things, as the sheriff in Stranger Things.
Yes, sir.
So to have him in this movie with Jason Statham, whoa, dude. Like, what?
It's a bump. It's a bump.
It's a huge bump to the film, but why would he allow himself to go down? But for him, he's like, okay, I'm looking at it like this. It's one location. I got to go to a cabin. I got to pretend to be blind. I get to grow out a beard, wear a cap, essentially not even look like myself, and shoot for one day for probably a ridiculous amount of money to be in a Jason Statham movie, which Jason Statham isn't completely like on his downturn yet.
Yeah.
So I think it's a smart decision, but man, he just elevates this movie so much.
Do you lie, Johnny? I don't trust people. I trust biology. We're all wired the same.
I don't trust people, I trust biology. This whole waterboarding scene is absolutely ridiculous. The fact that he's laying on his back the whole time. Waterboarding is when you take a cloth and put it over someone's face and you fill it with water, you're essentially filling their mouth so full of water that they're having to push out and breathe out like enough air to make sure that they don't aspirate that water and start drowning. So they can only do that so much. So the whole point of waterboarding is when they put him in the chair, tilt him back, they start getting that feeling of drowning. But then once they take that towel off, they sit them back up and allow them to push out, with that lung capacity and use gravity to push out the rest of that water that's in their lungs.
And you use like a controlled version of water, whether it be a bottle or whatever. Like you can't just have a running faucet, right?
So when you have somebody that's already laying on their back, you're going to aspirate so much easier because you're just laying on your back. You don't have the ability to lean forward and cough up the water that's in your lungs. So to have them completely laying on their back, pour water in their face, covered in a towel, you're waterboarding them, and then you expect to pull that towel off and then they could breathe again is just ridiculous. The whole time when he pulls that towel off, they're going to still be aspirating and choking on that water every time they try to take a breath. So they're going to be sitting there like dying.
So this is just basically murder.
So this is just he's just murdering them. So the whole point of like trying to get questions out of them, it's just a dumb scene. You need to be able to tip them back up and allow them to be able to cough that water back out and start breathing air again instead of just water. So just leaving them on their back. I mean, think about this. Lay on your back and just drink a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to want to breathe, and there's still going to be water in your mouth, and gravity is going to be pulling that down into your throat, and you're going to aspirate on it, and you're going to breathe that into your lungs and start choking. So, no, you don't do it this way.
Fucking right I am. Ah! Open the door. I'll fucking kill you.
Your buddy screams in the bathroom. You hear him, and you get all ready, like, what's happening? The door opens, and it's your buddy. You're going to instantly start opening fire on him? Like, imagine that something happened. Imagine I got scared. I stubbed my toe. Something happened. And I'm like, ah! And I open the door, and you guys are going to start blasting me in the chest?
Absolutely. If you ever make a loud noise in the other room,
You're going to shoot me in the chest.
I'm just going to go find a gun, and then just wait for you to open the door, and then just...
It's crazy. And according to this movie,
Obviously,
that's
what a
completely
friend would
logical.
do, man. Like,
Right.
why is that so... I don't know why you don't understand.
So his friend screams, and they get their guns out, rightfully so, because something's up, right? They're going to go investigate. The door opens. The first thing they see is their friend, and they just dump a mag into him. They just say, yo, you scared me. You have to die. And somehow Jason Statham is just standing behind him, not receiving any of the rounds.
Not catching a bullet.
Not one bullet penetrates through his friend. Not one gets into Jason. And he just throws him down and then shotgun blasts them all. Ridiculous.
What's that?
Please, yes. Now.
What in the Craig Jones goofy is this, dude? I don't know if you guys know who Craig Jones is. He's a jiu-jitsu player, and the guy's hilarious. He's got a great sense of humor, and everything he wears is absolutely ridiculous, just to make a statement that the sport of jiu-jitsu is way too serious, so he tries to lighten the mood.
Yeah.
So these two ridiculous fools get out of the car wearing just the most obnoxious outfits I've ever seen in my entire life, and they're supposed to be part of a big criminal, oh my God. I said it right the first time, and I changed it to the wrong one.
I know.
To the big criminal enterprise, and they're dressed like this. Like, what is happening, dude?
It's couture.
Is that what it is?
That's what they said. It's couture. In the movie, eventually in a scene, they say it's couture.
They look so dumb, dude. With
If you were a criminal, would you allow your henchmen to look like henchmen?
Dude,
why would you want them wearing that?
I'm like, what are you guys wearing? No, in no universe is this okay. You look ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it looks like a Craig Jones version of a comedy. And I just want to give all the credit to Craig because this is something he would do to get a laugh.
Yeah.
And these guys did it to be serious in a movie and allowed this to happen. Like, I blame everybody on set on this movie for not laughing and saying this is ridiculous and like, hey, this is goofy and hey, maybe we shouldn't do this and hey, this is gonna make this whole film look like a giant joke. And not one person stood up and said, stop this,
Which
please.
in heads of state, like we just talked about this, that's the point. Like if you're willing to go past that point, then everything's funny, right? But if not everything's funny, then nothing can be funny.
Right.
You can't just
have dive in there randomly.
Like this.
Yeah. But they just decided that like, oh, we're going to be completely ridiculous about this one thing and it's going to be okay. It's like, no, it just makes it super goofy, dude.
I'm going to take the tape off. And if you can't control your volume, you go in the water.
You know who I am.
Should I?
You clearly have no idea who you fuck with.
Maybe so.
All right. I can't stand him eating during this whole scene.
I want the bagel.
The
I kind of
bagel,
want
he's
a
like,
nice toasted bagel. It's like I want to eat the bagel.
I was hungry. All this to me comes back to there was a serial killer at one point that when he broke into people's houses and then murdered them, he would stay long enough to eat their food.
Really?
So yeah, so that's like an actual serial killer that did that. So I think that's where the lure of like eating while you're committing a crime came from. And it's so goofy to see Jason Statham be like, I was hungry. Who cares that you were hungry? Who cares that you chose to make a bagel for yourself and eat it? If you're gonna eat the bagel, just eat the bagel. Why do you have to explain to me why you're eating a bagel in the scene where you're eating a bagel?
You just made me want the bagel.
So maybe, yeah, if you go into the scene
like bagels.
and you're going to set up and you see a bagel and you're going to make it and you're going to eat it, just eat the dang bagel. I don't need
Just eat the dang bagel.
I don't need a monologue about why you're eating the bagel. Like, I don't need to be told that you're eating a bagel because you were hungry. Like, congratulations. That's awesome.
Well, there's no substance to the movie to begin with, so they needed something to say there, right? Like, what's he going to do? Like, talk to him the entire time? So, like, oh, let's just eat the bagel.
And is he always freezing cold? Like, why is he always wearing so many layers of clothes? He's like the coldest construction worker on the planet. Where does he work? Antarctica? He's freezing all the time. And then he pushes the chair back, which bounces on like a fraction of a 16th of an inch.
Which wouldn't happen again.
And then he's like got tension in the line that's holding it. So like, how did you manage to do that without the chair? I bet we could get this whole setup and run it 1 million times and probably get away with 10 of them successfully balancing.
It would never do it again that way.
Right,
like
balancing on that edge.
That one leg would slide off or slide forward, and then the thing would go back. Like, that's not how physics works, or gravity.
And you're so good at it, you're just doing that while eating a bagel that you're telling us about why you're eating the bagel because you had to go in his house and eat a bagel and you're hungry. Hey, I was hungry.
He's hungry.
It's like ASMR, dude.
Mate,
like,
you gotta get the drug dealer, mate.
Dude.
How dare you?
Why they cranked the volume up every time he took a bite, it just made me cringe.
My name is Jason Statham.
Do you let your family just come and eat cereal next to your head? Why? Nobody wants to hear that, dude.
My grandpa told me to never shake hands sitting. Look at those bricks. You ain't a cop. You're a working man.
Been in construction my whole life.
Were you a soldier?
I did my part.
I was airborne. They trained us to jump out of planes and we ended up riding the bus into combat.
Sounds about right.
Have a seat.
Do you see, Sean? That's called rapport.
So you're a criminal boss, airborne guy. Cool. You're cool enough to sit on a throne of exhaust pipes because that makes you feel good about yourself. It's super awkward. Like, imagine just like creating, like, you become the CEO of a company and then you just create a throne for yourself and you sit at it while your people work. Like, that's going to be a good environment to work in. Like, everything's going to be fine with that. And then this guy comes in and he just beats up all your employees and everybody that you thought was this like really successful and trained fighter, and he destroys them. And you get up and you're like, that's enough.
Not to mention, he also gets actively drunk while he's watching this. Now,
Yeah,
I don't know if people
shots.
know this, but whether you're a criminal or not a criminal, getting hammered on the job affects your performance, right? So, like, you can't just take shot. For some reason, they always have criminals like drinking a bunch, and it's like, no, like somebody who's trying to run a criminal enterprise is not going to be wasted like half of the day.
We could have some drinks once the work is done, but we're knee deep in the middle of trying to work.
Not this. They were like, shot, another shot. Like, he took a couple of shots while he's watching this happen. It's like, I don't know if you've ever taken a shot.
And then the realest thing that they said was, I was an airborne soldier who rode on a bus into combat. It's like, yeah, we're all airborne guys. We've all trained airborne. We've done free fall. We've done airborne school. And we did not jump into combat. That's probably the only thing that's accurate of this entire movie.
Unfortunately, I am not airborne.
Stay tight! Steven! Put it through the glass!
Dude.
So you wanna get through the window, and so you have your motorcycle rider, which apparently you have, right? If you're a criminal, and
that makes sense.
have your rider crash through the window because you want to get through the window. It's a window. You could just shoot through the window if you really wanted to. You don't have to sacrifice a human being to get through the window.
You can just throw a rock at it. whatever you want. You know, there's a lot of easy things. You could shoot a bullet through it. You could throw a rock at it. You could just hit it kind of hard. He chooses this ridiculous rifle that has an optic on it that even when he's shooting it, he knows is so ridiculous that he doesn't even take the time to look down the optic. He just looks down the rifle like anybody would, almost like they're iron sights, ignoring the fact that there's a giant optic hanging above his head as he's shooting. So he's looking down the rifle and the optic's like up here on his forehead, and he's just not even adjusting. If somebody hands you that rifle, either tell them that this optic is dumb and it needs to come off because you're shooting like point blank range and this optic is just ridiculous, or play into what they give you and use the optic and hold it down here and have the optic up lined up with your eye and pretend like you're shooting the rifle correctly. But Jason doesn't even care enough to pretend and just holds it up like this with the optic up on his forehead.
As we learned about these movies, we understood that there was advisors like on site, right? And they make decisions. I think this is one of those things that like you don't lose anything by taking that advisor's advice where he's like, hey, just look up a little bit and we'll be fine. There was no advisor on site for this because you don't lose anything for it. You don't have to change the scene. Like he just would have been like, hey, just there we go. Yeah. And now we're good.
But there was no advisor, or Jason was just like, I'm not going to do that because this is how you shoot this rifle. And I was like, yeah, but now you look ridiculous because you're completely ignoring how that rifle works. Yeah. Anyway, this movie was Dookie Poops. Let us know what you guys think down below. Do you watch Jason Statham movies? Has he completely lost you? Is it just us? Are we alone on this island of delusion that we think that these movies are bad when in reality they're amazing and we're just missing the whole point? And also, do you guys want to see us take all this tactical experience and talking and put our money where our mouth is and see what we can make of a tactical movie? No. Well, I think that we should do just that. Hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.